Hey guys, RockingTheBlade here once again. I just saw 10 Cloverfield Lane. Of course, before I start the video, this will contain major spoilers from the movie. So if you haven't seen it yet, go see it, then come back to check my video out. The last thing I want to do is ruin it for anybody. So once I start the countdown, it's gonna be spoil. I'm gonna spoil the entire movie and give my thoughts on it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have been warned. Okay, how is it? It's fantastic. Very well written, very well done, and unlike other movie trailers, I'm looking at you, Terminator Genesis, and not Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. You know, multiple sources say that there's more to the movie than what's been shown. Anyway, but that's another rant for another time. So. Now, there's the big debate of whether or not is it a prequel or a sequel. And I'm talking with my family and my brothers. I come to the conclusion that I believe it's a prequel because, it's a prequel to 10 Cloverfield Lane. And I'll explain that I'll explain what I mean by that. So, okay, the movie starts out as this girl, I forget her name, but I forget her name. But anyway, she I know she's having problems with her I believe either fiance or boyfriend named Ben, because it starts in her hotel. She's kind of crying and stuff, getting upset, packing her things. Well, yeah, no, I think they were married or at least engaged, because I remember she packed her stuff. She took off something, left on the table, and left. And then it was like, I believe, the keys to the apartment and a ring. So I'm assuming that either they were married or engaged, one or the other. So anyway, so as she's driving along this long stretch, she's kind of driving. He's calling her. Hey, she puts it on like speaker to listen. Like, listen, baby, please don't go. Couples fight. Let's talk things out, please. I don't want to end like this. So she listens. She hangs up. She calls again, and before she hangs up, and then you see how he's calling again, and she turns it on one more time to listen, but before she can even hear anything, she gets into an accident, and then that's when the credits start and it shows the title. So then she wakes up. She's in this weird place with her leg kind of fucked up. So she's wondering what's going on. So then of course, she really got scared, and not for nothing. She's probably one of the most strongest female characters I've seen since Rey's character from Force Awakens. Like, this is a character, one female character that was written out that was large and in charge, and you'll see why throughout the entire movie. As the review goes on, why she was a well written and an amazing character. So anyway, she got scared, so she immediately starts to figure out how she's gonna get out of here. So she starts to look around, see what's going on. She tried to grab her. And she was connected to an IV. She used the IV thing to get her phone and try to call Ben to tell her what's going on. But unfortunately, where they were at, there was no signal at all. So unfortunately, so she couldn't get a signal. And then when John Goodman's character comes in, and tells her that she's telling her, listen, just let me go. There's people looking for me. He's telling her, there's no one looking for you. His character was very vague, not really giving away too much on what's going on out there. He didn't explain what's going on, and he's just being very vague and not getting into full detail on what's going on. So it's just very vague, and he's saying there's no one looking for you. There's nothing out there. So it's what does he mean by that? He seems serious. So of course, she gets scared. She thinks, oh my God, this guy's going to either kill me, rape me, or eat me, Lord knows what. So I need to get out of here. So what she does is, I guess she had a lighter on her, because somehow she tore some sheets and she put it on fire in his air duct. And again, I didn't show how she got. Maybe she had matches or a lighter. I'm not sure. Point is, she put it on fire. And then she sets it on fire. He goes back down. Figure out why is there smoking, and he tries to attack her. Of course, he overdoes her. He injects her, I guess, with a sedative to knock her out. She wakes up and tells her, she's trying to tell her, look, that the air is bad. It's not safe out there. Something's happening out there. Something's happening out there. again, being kind of vague, but saying that it's dangerous to go outside. But of course, she doesn't believe him. Luckily, she ran into this redneck-looking guy, um, and he he had a broken arm and stuff, and like he's trying to convince her that it's bad out there. In fact, he hurt himself trying to get inside where he was at. So then saying he told her to go take a shower and stuff, whatever, because like a little shower, and then started eating dinner and stuff, trying to get the. He was like trying to like break the ice a bit because of what happened earlier, or trying to escape. And then she's trying to break the ice. So he's talking about all the things he wish he could have done. He went to Vegas or get tattoos all over his face. John Goodman character is like, I'm good. I did everything I need to be done. So the redneck character was talking to the girl, telling her like, well, so you try to talk to her, make her laugh. He was kind of funny. He was a great character, Will Witten character and stuff. Very funny. He tried to eat attention. He gets upset because he wants to concentrate on eating. And of course, she knows that he has the keys to escape. And so anyway, so they keep talking and stuff, and he gets upset because he wants to talk, he wants to eat in peace and whatever. And again, she knows the keys. So then she starts bringing up stuff like different board games, like because he brought Monopoly, and that's what set him off. And then he's like, well, I don't want to she plays like Shoots and Ladders and Sorry, and she remember all the different board games she used to play and stuff as a kid. And she like asks him to think like pass the salt, pass this and pass that. And he feels that she says she's up to something, so that she pulls her against the wall and tell her to behave. But luckily, very sneakily, she grabbed the keys, and like he wanted a soda, and then he knows he wanted to open it because one of those kind of sodas, like the little beer opener thing to open the soda. He tried to grab one of my keys, and immediately she got the bottle, smacked him with it. She started tossing stuff on the side. She runs upstairs trying to escape wherever she's at, but then before she can get out, there was a lady there, but her face was like as though she was melting. And like she's like, let me in. He's like, do not let her in. The air is toxic. Don't let her in. You can't help her. You know what I'm saying? And then she kept banging the door, and she looked fucked up. After a while, she's like, holy shit, he's right. And then he told her, and then after all, she believed him. So she took a shower. I get another shower again, for safety reasons. He stitched her up. He told her how he was in the military and how he was messed with a general. He was like in the Air Force like for 14 years, and how they mess with their general when they're bored. He will spray this thing to spray like this special canister, and freeze the lock that freeze the lock in the bathroom. The way that the general will be stuck for there an hour or two, whatever, as a joke. So then they started talking and stuff, get to know each other, and then he told she showed her up and said she wanted to be like a designer, make clothes, and he says his daughter did too, but for France and stuff, she left everything for French stuff, and she wanted to make clothes there, just learn the country. She's like me for a step with that. I want to go to Japan and learn the culture, the language, whatever. But it was her, but with France. And she showed a picture of her and stuff, and but of course he said the wife made her daughter turn against him, and then he left to Chicago. And he tried to call them to come back to where they're at for safety reasons, but then this stuff happened. So then so after a while, the days go by. It seems like everything's going well for the most part. They're kind of enjoying the day, eating food, keeping the house clean, watching movies, because he has like movies, like a little living room area with movies and play board games and whatnot. So it's like everything's going well. Like, okay, maybe it's not crazy after all. There's stuff out there because of what happened to the lady's face. Saying the air is toxic. So okay. Let's stay here for maybe a year. He had like food, I guess, for like 3 years or so. But you could kind of maybe stay a year or two until the toxins going up. He's saying that basically I guess hinting that there are alien, that there's some kind of alien force, because at one point they were like doing a board game, and then um, a ship like just flies over their the house they're at, because it starts to shake. You're like, what's going on? It's like it's all mysterious. He's like, well, how do you know it's not? How you know it's not a it's either foreign or alien? He said because, excuse me, because he said like how he's like because I've been in the Air Force for 14 years and I don't recognize what plane it's at. I don't even recognize it. It's not. I know it's an Arab ship of some kind, but I know it's not ours. So what he's saying is either foreigners or aliens, but they're taking the same thing. Just they're doing the same tactic where take out the bigger cities and now sending soldiers to sweep the area and kill the people to take it over. So that's what's kind of going on right now. So then as it goes on, but all of a sudden, I think because of the shaking, it kind of messed with the air duct to get clean air. So it kind of messed it up. So she had to go through this tunnel to kind of reactivate. He told her to turn off, turn on again, and then the air will start. So she had to go to this really tight. If you're claustrophobic, it's really claustrophobic. She had to go to this duct, and she had to go to this duct and stuff. And luckily, she managed to go on and turn on the machine. But then she was kind of, being curious, looking around, and she saw this window. It said on the inside saying "help." It was a little bit bloody. At first I thought it was outside, but then I know it was like a little bloody earring. And then it turned out she said no, it's from the inside. So I'm like, oh, okay, something's going on. So I just said, okay. So then she was like, okay. And she even showed, she took quickly, do you know, is this a picture of her, is this a picture of her daughter? He's like, no, this is some girl that that her daughter knew in high school, but that's not. Or, no, that's a girl he knew from high school, but he didn't. That's not the daughter of John Goodman's character. That's not her daughter at all. So it's like, okay, what's going on here? Why is he lying about? Because that's if I had mentioned that after she stitched him up and stuff, they kind of like told about how she wants to be with France and stuff. So then she gave him a picture, showed a picture of her daughter or her supposed daughter. It turns out it's not. And in fact, he went on to say that this girl went missing for like 2 weeks and they never found her. So it's like, okay, now we went from not sure about this guy to then trusting him and then not trusting him again. To not trusting him, to not trusting him again. So it's like, okay, it's just getting really schizophrenic. But before that happened earlier, we kind of get to know each other more during that time of, when, of peace, as I could say. He was telling how he used to be a famous track runner. He was really good. Even though his grades weren't the best, but he was a great athlete. He can run track like nobody else. And he was beating all the high school records and stuff. And then, he was bragging about like, oh man, I'm going to this university and all that stuff. This redneck character is so happy that he's going to this university. He's going to run track and field and show the world. But then, as the day before came, he got nervous, even got scared, and then at the last second, he decided the day before he had to go. He got wasted. He went to a bar and just drank and drank and drank, so to the point to where he'll miss the bus. And he woke up, he missed it, and he did have a chance to go he said to get another bus to make it in time, but by the next bus ticket after that or after that, the next one, he didn't buy the next bus ticket for the next one after that. So it was like because he got scared. And then she kind of shared a little bit about her past, how when situations get bad, she would just run away, and how she used to be like she went shopping one time and she saw this dad. Kind of get a little bit of a history how she used to be abused as a kid, and her brother will take the brunt of it for her, so that way she won't get as bad as Brandon have abusive dad and stuff. I guess why she has trust issues with men. Maybe she got afraid. Got kind of maybe a reason why she left men, because maybe she's afraid that, oh great, this guy's gonna be like my dad. So that's why she got scared and left. So that's me thinking why she did what she did when she left earlier. So then she's like saying how she knows his dad in the mall, like with a little girl, just pulling on her arm like really hard, forcing her not to keep it. And of course, the little girl's trying to go as fast as he can because like they had like walked around with his ants in his pants. And I guess he couldn't keep up and kind of almost lost balance, and he slapped the crap out of the little girl. And she wanted to do something so bad, but instead of doing something, she decided to. Because she said she just got scared and ran, and she just wished she did something for that little girl. Because she regrets. That's something she regrets too. Because she was talking about how regrets and stuff. He told you how he didn't want to he didn't go to track and field, and how and she regretted how she didn't help that little girl. Where the John Goodman character said he had no regrets. He did everything he wanted to do, and he got the bunker that he wanted to build, and that's why he did what he did. Oh, but kind of going a little bit ahead. So earlier, while she was trying to escape, she noticed the truck, that little blood, little mark on it. Turns out it was the same truck that hit her. And he said he confessed that when I guess the news were broadcasting that they've been invaded, so he panicked and immediately started driving to his farm. But unfortunately, he was driving so frantically that he accidentally hit her. So he got scared. So he took her, got her, put her in her car, probably took some of her stuff, and then drove her there in the to his place, so that way he can heal her and stuff. Take care of her, at least for nearly killing her and stuff. So then they realized, okay, so that she noticed that, and also tried to make sure I haven't left anything else before I continue. Let me think. Let's see, anything else? So no, she got suspicious of that, but then he confessed, but then of course the picture and whatnot. So okay, at that point they figured, okay, so this is going on. Maybe we gotta do something, get his gun or something. Then she came to him and said, you know what? Let's build this. We didn't see what it was. Turns out it was like a hazmat suit, so they can go on and escape. She built one, but I guess she was trying to maybe she was trying to maybe eventually build two because she only managed to build one of them. So anyway, and how they got some of the parts of the suit, when she was trying to escape earlier, I'm pretty sure though the current was maybe contaminated. Oh, when she went to fix the air, maybe she got contaminated. Maybe you should throw that out. So she did throw the little curtain from the bathroom. So they took that and he took some scissors, some duct tape, so the way they could properly make the suit. But eventually, I guess I kind of missed a small part. They were playing like a board game. I guess kind of hinted that he knew whatever was going on. But then, he was like, I see everything. I know when you're awake, whatever. So she gets Santa Claus. It was like one of those games like Guess Who I Am, I guess. Traffic. And so anyway, they got nervous and scared or whatever. Kind of missed that little comments. But I kind of get that he was hinting that I know what's going on at the stop or whatever. But I had to go to the bathroom. Missed a little small part. But it was something too big. But I get what he was trying to advocate, whatever. So anyway, so the next day, as the suit was coming on well, he's like, hey, listen, I need you to come here real quick. I think he got this toxic thing. And it's called corrosive acid. And it's so deadly that it's deadly to the human skin and it can immediately burn. It's really bad. You don't want to even get near, let alone even touch this stuff. So what happened was he knows what's going on. He found the scissors and tape. He dumped in there. Okay, what's going on? Tell me now or I'll dump you guys in here. But and I guess the redneck guy got nervous. He's like, look, it's all me. It was my idea. I want your gun to make her, respect me like how she respects you and stuff. He's like, I'm sorry, okay? And John Goodman's character is like, okay, I forgive you. And then bam, shoots him right in the head like nothing. Like he killed a cockroach. And of course, everyone was in the theater was oh my god. And everyone was like, oh my god. And she's got scared. Okay, look, he's like, Calmer, now look, you're like, he's trying to get a gun to attack me and probably eventually you. It's over. Don't worry about it. It's always meant to be this way. Go to your room and I'll take care of the body. You don't want to see this next part and whatever, yada, 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 yada. So then he goes, burns the body, and then later on turns, she's sad, of course, that, and of course he wasn't lying because when she managed to grab his wallet As you can see, he had the ticket to go to the university, or the state where the university was at, but he missed it. But and she felt bad. So then she continued to sue, without him. And of course and all of a sudden he had a beard earlier, and you saw the trailer. Now it's fully shaven, and he was like, he wants some ice cream. He's like, I know, I guess he's trying to replace his daughter or something. Because here, my daughter always likes in the bowl because cones are too messy or whatever. So then so anyway she's working on the suit, and like he goes to her and like, hey, is dinner's ready, and he knows the thing was loose. Like, why the thing's loose? He's like, I don't know. Yeah, because he was coming in, she was fit all the suit underneath the bed, and she couldn't find the mask. She didn't know where to put the mask at, so she put it up the air vent that in the room she was staying in, and like she hit it. And then, like, one of the pins, I guess she didn't put it in right because one of the pins got loose. He tried to find maybe another pin or something, and then, of course, she pushed it back far enough where you couldn't get the mask. But unfortunately, she didn't hit the hazmat suit too well because you can see, like, a little bit of it sticking out underneath the pin. He's like, get up. He's like, get up. He moves her, throws her. What the fuck's going on? He closes the door, locks it. She's, like, trying to escape, whatever, and then go to the bathroom to find the keys. Or, like, it's like, you doing this to me after all the things I've done for you, whatever. And it's like, and then she kicks down this the barrel of acid, and he trips and he got burned. And she being a badass, stealthily got out of there so she won't get coerced out there, so she won't get burned. Quickly grabbed the suit, running. And of course, when she went to grab the suit, when we leave, he comes back out. I mean, this guy's tough, all burned and fucked up. So she threw this crate of food on him and stuff, and she's running, go back to the air vent. She was trying to go to the air vent to where she went to go fix the air conditioning in the area in that underground bunker. So she's crawling, and she's trying to stab her and stuff. He's like, don't leave me and stuff. He's like, please. He's like, she's like, let go of me. And she meant to like kick him to where so that way she could let loose. And so then she went up. Put the suit on. Remember that scene earlier where you saw how he used to lock. You got to spray the lock to freeze the lock, so that way the captain can be stuck. So then he decided to so that she sold that spray as well. Sprayed the lock. She kept smacking, and bam, she broke out. And then at first it seemed like everything was normal, everything looked fine, and then she was trying to find a truck for the car. But then, she went to the truck. She tried to look for the keys to the car for the truck, and when she noticed, before she managed to get inside, she accidentally with the suit. Of course, she's freaking out. Oh shit, the air! So she's got something. She got duct tape. Really smart girl. She found a head for this shit, and she duct taped the air that was ripped, and so luckily she was fine. But then it turns out when she looked up, there were birds flying in that V formation, like birds tend to do. I think during certain times of the season, and then they were flying in a V formation. She's like, wait a minute, if birds can fly around, it must be the air, and it must be the birds are flying around without dying. That means the air must be fine. So then she took up the mask. I was like, the air was fine. And then she realized, maybe I guess that old guy was crazy after all. And then all of a sudden, a ship showed up. That's right, a ship showed up and dropped something in the field. You couldn't see it, and she's like, oh, shit. So that's an all shit of, oh, man, this crazy old fucker was right. There was these monsters and stuff, but too bad he was a fucking psychopath. So anyway, so she ducked it, she ran, she tried find the keys to the car. She's like, okay, it's taking too long for the truck. So she goes to the other car that one lady that was burned up earlier, his car. Try to open it, and it's not the car alarm, and the monster was drew to it like monster flame, and like so then she's running. She went to this barn, and she goes to like this like little barn area. She looks at those little people like. She looks at this peephole area to see what's going on at the car, and there's a little alien, and how he was popping out to the back, and And it reminded me of that weird dog necromorph from Dead Space 2, you know what I'm talking about? The one that checks, like, comes out, checks the corners, and looking dead at you. I think he couldn't see her, but he was, like, checking the corners to see, you know, if anyone's out there and stuff, and it was creepy looking. And eventually, and he got over the car, and she found a body, and like a body of probably the lady, I think. But then she tried to find the keys, and then the dog, looked like dog monster, or whatever, like, was like looking around and see like this, and it's like this weird thing was coming out of his mouth, like trying to sense it. And she did the on the car to unlock it, and the monster went towards the car because he heard the noise, and look, you know, because she got the keys to distract it. And she got out. She started hiding to make sure that see the monsters out there. She didn't see it, so then she went towards his house, screaming, "Howdy, Pop!" And of course, this giant ship just comes over this farmhouse, and then it started spraying poison gas. And that's what I was doing. But luckily, she managed to put on the mask, and she put on the hazmat suit back on, and she went back in the truck. But all of a sudden, the dog once she realized she was saved, then the dog came out and started chasing her. She ran to John Goodman's character's truck, and he trying to get her, and he grabbed the mask off of her and stuff. And all of a sudden, and just when he thought things could get any worse, and then the ship comes back around and it picks up her, the truck, off the air, and she falls all the way to the back. And she's thinking, she had a little like, "Oh man, I'm so fucking dead." But then she found a lighter, and then she found a lighter while she was searching for the keys, and she saw a bottle of alcohol in the car. So she's thinking, I can make a Molotov. So she quickly, there was a phone book in there too. So she ripped the page of the phone book, put it in the Molotov, went out the side of the window. It was like copying it, getting it ready. You see the monsters slowly opening up, going, and then you see the little air duct coming out, and she quickly threw that shit inside, threw it in stuff like from something out of Legend of Zelda, and then of course it killed the monster, and I guess it was connected to the ship as well, and it destroyed the ship, and it crashed, and then the car fell. Luckily, she survived the crash. She got in the car, started driving. And the address of the John Goodman's character was 10 CloverField Lane. So it was the name of the area that he was staying at. So she started driving. You know, she started messing with the radio, and then she knows that one of them was making some sound. And she's like, "Hey, listen, there's survivors in Houston. We managed to take back Houston. We need help. If you have any combat or metal experience, we need your help ASAP." And of course, there's one route to go to one area and one other to go to Houston. So she's like, "Fuck it, I'm going to Houston. No more running." So she drives off, and she's driving towards Houston, and you see like thunder. It's thunder. You see clouds, but in the clouds you see the ships heading towards you, like it's heading towards Houston, and then it ends. So how was it? So I spoiled everything. How's the movie overall? Fantastic. Like I said, it didn't spoil anything at all. Like, it's one of those things, like, is he right? Is he crazy? Is this all in his head? It's like, it was on the edge of your seat kind of shit. You don't know what's going on. And it was, like, really insane. Like, you don't know if he's insane or he's telling the truth. And it turns out, he was telling the truth, but he was insane. He was an insane person. I mean, this guy's social skills was the worst I've ever seen in a movie, seriously. Why couldn't this convey, look, I believe there be alien monsters out there, and it's making the air toxic, that's why you can't go outside. Please believe me. And why on earth would you show the picture of your daughter to this girl, especially when she's suspicious of you? I mean, and then of course she's gonna ask the friends of it, because fun fact, the redneck guy he killed worked on the bunker of the John Goodman character's house. That's how he knew when the invasion happened to come there, because he said earlier how he's not lying. He said he saw a light, like a sonic boom or something. Like it was hard to describe. It wasn't a firework. It's like I knew it was bad, so I had to come here. So that's why. And then I was missing. They explained why he's not lying, because he was out there when it was happening. So then what else? I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Of course she's still suspicious of him. And of course she asks, of course they find out, no, that's not her daughter. That's a picture of a girl that went missing. And it was another picture that dropped out the book, which I forgot to mention, of her wearing the Paris suit. So she probably wanted to escape, so he killed her. Lord, So then, and of course, I think the other thing I got complained about, if I'm coming to comment for the flaws, when during that part when the Vaseline, when he was like, when you put the scissors in the tape in that acid, telling him what's really going on, I don't know why the guy said, "I want to get your gun," to a crazy person, mind. This guy's insane. This guy is Looney Tunes. Why would you tell him something like that? So I was a bit surprised that he shot him, but at the same time, not really. I mean, come on, this guy's crazy. Why would you tell him something like that? Why can't you say, "Look, we're making a hazmat suit just in case, they figure out that we're down here so we can escape"? That would have been smart. That would have been a smart thing to say, but I guess he was just so scared and wasn't thinking that he blurted out, "Look, I want your gun," because that's what he really wanted to do earlier. But she decided, "Look, let's do this instead." This is just, but that's what happened. So and it's one of those, like I said, it was very suspenseful. I think the actress' name is Mary Elizabeth. I could be wrong. She did an incredible job. I mean, very strong woman character. She was very well written. I mean, you were rooting for her. You were hoping that she survived. I mean, like I said, one of those well written female characters I've seen since Rey from Force Awakens. Very well done. The redneck guy, his character wasn't the smartest tool in the ship, but he was a kind-hearted soul, and he was a good guy you can trust. And I just kind of felt bad that he got killed the way he did by John Goodman character. Speaking of John Goodman, he was fantastic in this movie. He was the glue that made this whole film work. Because if it was any other actor, I don't know. I don't know if maybe they could have pulled off, but like he pulled, like it was like an unknown actor or a bad actor, it wouldn't have sold as well because he was so great and so effective at being creepy and mysterious, and it's like, damn, he was so good. I mean, John Goodman showed that, hey man, y'all must have forgot I'm a damn good actor, and my God, he proved that today. He did fantastic. I mean, I won't be surprised if he get an Oscar for this role because he was that good. It was like maybe Oscar worthy because he was that creepy, that scary. I mean, in your face. I mean, it was a well written movie. And there was like the trailers didn't spoil anything. As well as you have to see the movie to understand what's going on. It was a great movie overall. I highly, highly recommend go seeing it. It's a must see movie to say the least. It's a great movie, man. I mean, there's no knocking it. It's a great, great movie. And I didn't think much of it at first. I was a little bit worried about it at first, but after seeing the trailers over and over again, like, okay, it looked interesting. And then after how the trailer didn't spoil anything, okay, it didn't spoil anything, so let me go see it. And it was so worth it. It was a great film, edgy, suspense thriller. Well-written female characters, great creepy character with John Goodman. And just even the redneck character was great. All of them were well written, like characters. You root for her. You like the redneck character was funny, and he was just creepy. But the roles they played were fantastic. And of course, the aliens look creepy and scary, but amazing. It was a well done movie. Go see it. I highly recommend it. You won't be disappointed. All right, guys, that's my review of 10 Cloverfield Lane. It was totally worth it. Go check it out. It's definitely worth your hard-earned money. That's it, guys. That's the movie. Tell me what you think in the comment section below. Have you seen it already? Are you going to see it? Well, of course, I should be saying that because then you spoil everything. But if you did see it, did you like it? Did you not like it? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the matter. I really, really want to. All right, guys. As always, this is RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon. Hopefully the next movie review will be Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, or any other ones that I see for that matter. But I know I'm definitely doing Batman vs. Superman, Dawn of Justice, that's for sure. But I can't wait. 2 weeks away. I'm so excited. But overall, go see 10 Cloverfield Lane. It's a must see. Alright, guys. This is again RockingTheBlade signing out. Hope to see you guys again real soon.